BigSrod's here, coming at you on a Wednesday night from South Carolina. We're going to do a little rod building tonight. Hope y'all are having a great hump day so far. Halfway through the week. Means we're a little bit closer to Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday Eve. We get through tomorrow, we'll be all right. We're working on a rod here we're calling the Patriot. It's a patriotic themed rod. It's got a nice marble job on it right here. Custom reel seat grips. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice little setup. We're gonna mix our epoxy in real quick. I'm not gonna be on here a whole long time tonight. Gonna be on here about 30 minutes tonight or so, y'all. Doing this rod, doing a little rod building. True Carolina Outdoors. What is up, brother? How you doing, man? I hope you're doing good tonight, man. I hope you're doing well tonight. On this hump day. On this hump evening. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you are doing well. Yeah. Got some bubbles in it. We're gonna put a little coat. Give that just a minute to sit there. Just tuning my drum reel. Man, I hear you, bro. Tuning it up. I hear that. We're going to do 1 milliliter tonight of epoxy. We're just going to put a thin coat on this marble job right here we got going, y'all. Thin coat on this marble job right here. This is the Patriot we're working on tonight. The Patriot. Yeah, that's awesome drum reel. What brand is it? What brand is the reel? Maybe a tight pull on that. Tight pull on that. Set this timer real quick, y'all. Set this timer for 5 minutes. We got to stir this for 5 minutes. I'm going to get me a stir like I keep saying. I'm going to get me a stir. Automatic stir. So I ain't got to do it. My pins and the booze. Man, nice reels. I love both those reels. I'll tell you which reels that I vouch for that are really good. Is Akuma's. The classics. Excuse me, y'all. I think they're 4500s. Is what I think they are. I can go over there and look. I bought 4 of those reels, man. And I bought them things used probably 18, 19 years ago. I bought them used. And man, I got one of them that the gears have messed up in it that I'm going to have to do some work on. Other than that, the other 3 reels, as long as I've been geared, I've been taking real good care of them things haven't missed a beat. The awesome ones, they're nice ones with the clickers on them too. Like the pins and stuff. They got the nice bait clickers and stuff on them. Which is a nice commodity to have, I mean. No Kumas. I hear you, brother. Hey, I'll vouch for mine, man. I'm still running them things about 20 years later. 18, 19 years later. Take care of them. What's up, man? Welcome, man. Hope you're doing good tonight. I'm not even sure I can say that name there. Pins are from the 80s. I got some old pins like that too, man. I got some nice old pins. I got Peerlesses and Level Winds and stuff like that. I probably got about 7 or 8 of them. I don't fish them a lot anymore. I don't fish them a lot. Not anymore. I love the reels though. I love the reels. Oh man. I'm just mixing up the epoxy right now, y'all. We're gonna throw a coat on this marble job we did on this rod right here. Do a little bit of epoxy work. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here long tonight. I do want to get a coat on here. We're going to have to put a couple of coats on this thing. I don't know if y'all can see it, but whenever I did this marble job, it got a little dry on me. I kind of got a little slow with it, and it kind of started to set on me a little bit before I got finished. Kind of thickened up on me. So it's not quite even. You can probably see it from looking right here. It's not quite even. It's got a bunch of divots in it and stuff. So it's going to take probably about 3 or 4 coats of this real thin coats like I'm going to put on tonight. We can level it back out. You'll never know it was like that, you know. And but it's going to take about 4 coats to do that. We're bearing and drag issues, are they? Man, I'm not sure, man. I just know them ones I got, man. I fished the heck out of them things, man. The classics. I fished the heck out of them. But the one that did mess up on me, it started with the clicker and the drag messing up on me. Is what it started with. But I haven't opened it up and looked into it. That thing, it messed up on me not last summer, but the summer before last is when it messed up on me. And I haven't even messed with it since. But I've been using the other ones. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. The ones I got must have been some real good match. But they could have them plastic parts in them. I haven't looked inside of them reels yet. Not a fully inside of them. I have greased them, but I haven't. I guess I haven't played a picture. Which I mean, I think about it. I mean, I don't know. I have to look in it. I don't recall looking in it. I've had them open quite a few times, but I guess I've never paid attention like that because I can't recall what the gears were in it. I'll take your word for it, brother. You know more about the reels than I do, for sure. I'm not big on the reels. I can just service them a little bit. Tony Hamilton. What's up, man? Welcome, Tony. How you doing tonight, man? Hope you're doing good, brother. Hope you're doing good tonight, brother. This Wednesday night. We just building custom fishing rods, man. That's all we doing in here is building custom fishing rods. Just building custom fishing rods. Talking fishing. Oh. Let me see if I can bring this up. This way I can see y'all a little better. I got a little bit of a bigger screen right here. I can tune in. There we go. That way I can see the comments a little better when I get to putting this epoxy on. This is a long run of epoxy, y'all. This is a lot of marble job right here. It's a big marble job. I know what all the other service shops have told me. Stay away from the Akumas. Heck yeah, man. Doing good. Is that the same when you were working on last night? Looks good. Was I working on it last night, y'all? I think it was the night. Was the night before last? Maybe I was working on. It is that when I was putting the epoxy on it. We put the epoxy on the guides and stuff. But I got to put about 4 coats right here on this marble job. Because I was just kind of explaining to everybody that I got a little bit. It kind of started to set up on me a little bit, and it's a little bit wavy. That job on it's actually a little bit wavy. I mean, which is not a big deal. It's just going to take about 3 or 4 coats at least to get it to cover up. But it'll be smooth as can be. And you can see how these are built up a little bit. So I got room to build this up. You know. So I'm going to have to put about 3 coats to straighten that out. I've done way worse. I've had to sand them before. I hate sanding them. We're going to turn this loud motor on for a minute, y'all. Y'all bear with me. Once I go back and watch this video sometimes, it ain't terribly loud, but it's louder than I want it to be. I wish it wasn't as loud. All right. We're going to make a nice long run here. We're going real thin with it though, y'all. We're not putting it on thick. We're just going to do 4 nice thin coats. maybe 4 coats on this. We won't do 4 coats tonight. Every time you put a coat of this on, you got to let it spin like this for at least 6 hours to be safe. Because the reason it spins is for 2 reasons. When it spins like this, it's leveling out the epoxy, and it's also keeping it from dripping off. If you don't spin it like this, it'll drip right off. It'll drip right off if you don't. And you don't. That's the last thing you want. That's the last thing you want. I've had to find out a few times the hard way about this epoxy dripping off. What I did was when I put this epoxy on originally and did this marble job, I didn't mix the paint quite dark enough, so I had to do 2 coats of marble on it. And the second coat kind of dried up a little bit on me, or kind of set on me a little bit before I finished it, so it got a little wavy. Usually on my marble jobs, I only put 1 coat, and that's the coat of marble. I don't put no coat of epoxies or nothing on it. I just put once I get done with the marble, I'm done with it. That part of it. Because it's already set. You know, this is already good right here. I don't like the texture of it. I'm not going to leave it wavy like that. Take a couple of coats to put it on there, but just me letting it set up like that is going to cost me fully 8 to 12 hours, 8 to 10 hours before you can put another coat on it. So, and it's costing me 35 hours of actual time on this rod that will have to be spent on it. So if I was really on a deadline with this rod, that would kind of be a critical mistake as far as time-wise. Not the building the rod. It don't mess with the integrity. It don't mess nothing up. But I let it kind of set on me a little bit like that. And that little bit of a mistake cost me, you know, probably 3 days. Because of the amount of cure time it takes for these. If y'all know what I mean. It's just like if you make a mistake when you're doing a wrap, like a decorative wrap, like on them cross wraps that I've done on a few of them, man. You want to talk about ruining your day, making you sick when you got to cut one of those off. I've had to do it twice. Cut decorative wraps off that I've done spent 5 or 6 hours putting on. That'll hurt your soul. This rod right here is being built for the live shows that I do on Facebook. I'm going to take this rod right here and I'm going to donate it to somebody on my Facebook page. Probably next weekend. So if you're on Facebook, make sure you're checking me out on there and getting in on some of that. We just got off the live show about an hour ago on there as well. People ask me why this spins so slow. Why don't I go faster? And that's because the main reason is this is the fastest speed I got for this machine. That's the main reason. And I haven't bought a faster one yet. I need to break down and buy one. It'd take a little time off of this. It'd make this go a little faster, but I'm never in a rush. You'll never see me rushing to do rod builds, y'all. I mean, that'll take that. I mean, if I get to rushing and make it like that, if I'm not making a living off of it, it ain't gonna be worth it. You know what I mean? Facebook never tells me when people are live, even if they are on my favorites. Man, you know, I know that. I already know, man. I do the same thing. I'm on Facebook. I'm trying to catch my buddies and other people on there going live, and they don't ever show me. I'll put them as my favorites too. Oh, that's a Facebook thing, man. Facebook just does whatever the heck it wants, man. I do believe. Facebook just does whatever it wants. I believe. All right, I'm going to put our arm up here now. We got to get on up here now. Keep my hand up over that. I know one thing. We got like 74, 75 degrees here yesterday. Got pretty close to it today too. 68, 67 degrees. Man, I'm ready to get back out on get the boat and kayak back out on the water. I got a 14-foot John boat with a 25 horsepower motor, and I got a little 12-foot kayak. And I love both of them things. I use the heck out of both of them. Got my boat tore down right now, though. I'm doing some repairs on it, and I'm doing some upgrades, so making it a little more convenient in the boat for me. Replacing some carpet. Going back down with that hydrophone turf stuff. Gonna put that down in it, and then redo some of my lighting and wiring. About all. Do some trailer work like always, the never-ending trailer work you do. And then that rod's more beautiful every time I see it. What's up, man? What's up, Elvato Fishing? Am I saying that right, man? Elvato? Or is it Elvato? Vate or Vat, man? I don't know how to pronounce words, yo. I'm sorry, man. I want to make sure I ain't calling you the wrong... Is it Vato or Vato, man? Elvato or Elvato? How are you going to tell me that anyway, probably on there? You write it the same way in there. No, it's this. It's so hard, man. That's the worst thing about that is comments, texts. Y'all know that. You can't do like emotions and things, you know what I mean? You can joke so easily talking to somebody, even if you don't know them. If you try to text it to somebody, you can offend somebody. It's hard to take texts and writing. You can't write it down right. And all that. Rather you say it, have you look at you, know I appreciate that, man. I try my best on these, y'all. I do. Try my best to get some of the names right, to get the names right when I say them. Then I don't want to say them wrong. I don't want to offend nobody. But most people are like me and you, brother. It's like, man, you know what? You know what I always tell them? You know, I always told them, you can call me late. You can call me anything you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. You know what I mean? Call me what you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, man. This thing's gonna turn out real good. I'm gonna put one more coat up here while we got it spinning. This thing is turning out really nice. We're just putting real thin coats on it right now. I'm about to be back with y'all. I just wanted to shoot one on over here real quick. We got a big, nice, we got a big old spot for a decal on here, y'all. Boom. Right there. It's gonna have a big, nice room. Put a big decal on this big catfishing rod. You can put a nice big decal, have some writing on it where you can see, you know what I mean? Like the nice smaller rods, when you put decals on them, sometimes it's harder to see them and stuff, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's right, man. Y'all, this rod right here is pretty sweet. It's a 7'6" medium heavy spinning rod. It's got a real nice Sorry, y'all. I'm thinking in my head. It's got a real nice custom reel seat. Let me put a little heat on this real quick, y'all. There we go. Get rid of all that. What the heat does, y'all, is it helps it. If there's any little bubbles in it, if there's any kind of stuff like that, it helps level that out and get rid of any bubbles. One day I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. I'll get the camera up real close and show y'all what it does with the heat. You gotta have heat. When you're building rods like this, you're dealing with this epoxy, you've gotta have heat. It's night and day. Gotta have a good heat gun, heat source of like that. Some people use acetone burners and stuff like that. I just use a regular old heat gun and run it on it for a minute after I'm done like this. This thing's sweet, y'all. Would love for you to make me an American flag fishing rod. Man, what's up? Welcome, welcome. This one right here is sweet. This one right here is sweet. This is a real nice fishing rod. I'll throw you on a quick little tour. I'm going to leave it on there. I'll show you a little tour of it real quick on there. Let's see. I can flip y'all around. Sorry, let me wipe y'all off real quick. That thing looks pretty sweet. American flag there. The real seat, really sweet. It's got a nice spot right here for a decal. And go into that sweet marble job. You can see what I'm talking about. It's a little bit uneven. I got to put a little bit of epoxy on there to level that out. It will level out though. That thing is sweet right there. That rod is looking good. That thing's looking pretty sweet. What y'all think about that? That thing right there is looking good. Oh, I'm liking that one, y'all. This one. That's badass. Great job, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. That thing is sweet, yeah. That thing is sweet. Nice. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, that's an American flag fishing rod right there. We got this is the senior. I got a junior over here. We're building 2 of these. I'm building this one as well. This one's set up a little bit different. It's pretty sweet though. A little bit different color. It's got a solid white reel seat. It's got a little bit of a different color on the grips. But it's set up pretty much the same. It's got a spot for a decal right here. And a spot for a decal right here. It's got a nice marble job in there. But it's set up the same way right here. Red, white, and blue theme. That one I just showed you, the one that's spinning on there is a 7-foot medium heavy. This is a 7-foot light action. This is the Patriot Junior, or the whatever you want to call it. We give them little names in here while we're building them. That one's going like up to Montana. This one's gonna go to a follower on Facebook, man. I use level winds, so I would have to have the smaller eyes on mine. Can you, like a bait caster? You use a bait caster? Good. John, what's up, man? Welcome, John. How you doing? Hope you're doing good tonight. These are level winds. Wines. That's what I think you meant, like level wind. On that. Oh, casting rod. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm only doing spinning rods right now. You know, all I'm doing is spinning rods right now. I got a whole bunch of spinning rods going. I usually use a casting rod myself, but I'm doing rods for other people. So, and majority fishermen use spinning rods. It seems like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Teaching and Chicho Andy. I think that's how you say it. Welcome. Speak Spanish. Man, from Paraguay. Man, I can't even say that, to be honest with you. But that's cool, man. Appreciate you. Welcome. I finished first sturgeon and striper in Northern California. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. That's a good accomplishment right there. Man, I wish I had some accomplishments like that. I just fish a lot. Build custom rods, do a lot of fishing, man. That's awesome, though. Northern California. Bet it's nice up there. I bet you the scenery is nice up there. I've caught a pretty good. The biggest striper I've ever caught, around the 20-pound range, 20-something like that. I caught them up at a big old lake we got. They're not a bad striper. Some old school. Y'all remember these pictures? Y'all remember when we used to take pictures like this? That's on a lake here, right here in South Carolina. That's not the biggest one I've ever caught right there. That's pretty close to it though. That was probably about an 80-pounder, you know. That's not quite the biggest. I think I caught a few more bigger ones than that, but not much bigger than that. That's right around the 20-pound range, probably 15, 20-pound range. You know what I mean? That's probably around the 20-pound range. Come on, I'm going to give it 20. Y'all give me 20 on that one, okay? I have caught about a 25-pounder, though. We have good vibes. Man, I mean, that's what I'm all about. Good vibes. That's what I like. I like other people with good vibes as well, man. Might as well. Shit, we're only here for a short amount of time, brother. Hell, we might as well. I mean, damn. Why spend it being pissed off and aggravated at everybody and everything? Shit. That's a hell of a life, ain't it? You know what I mean? I appreciate you acknowledging that. That means you probably have good vibes yourself, brother. You can acknowledge it. Yeah, I live close to San Francisco Bay, which that's nice fish. Man, that's awesome. Man, I'd love to check that place out. I'd love to go up there and do some fishing and check it out. If I ever make it up that way, I'm gonna look you up, brother. Ken Kano's, you said, hola, ancestors, there are my fans. Hola, aliestos? Hola, aliestos. I think I said that right. I can say that. They are my fans. That's awesome, man. You hit the sub button, man. I'll sub back to you. I'll shoot you a sub as well, man. Check you out. You get a date when you're born, and you get a date when you leave this world. It matters what you do in between them. Have fun. That's right. That's exactly right. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, Chico and Andy. Chico Andy. I think that's what that says. Y'all bad about the names. Don't get offended if I say y'all's name wrong or if I don't say it right. It's nothing against y'all. I ain't making fun of nobody. I just suck at pronouncing stuff, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm not real good at spelling. I'm good at building custom fishing rods and fishing. That's the two things I'm really good at. You know what I mean? I'm good at a lot of things. You know, I make a living. I make a good living for myself. You know what I'm saying? Take care of my family and myself. But what I'm really good at is fishing and building fishing rods. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. Hola, alienestos sounds rare, but it's normal in Spanish. Well, that's about normal. That sounds right, man. You know, I mean, a different language that you're not accustomed to. I mean, stuff don't sound normal, you know. But you know, what I mean, it's just like when the English language says something like we're saying now. You know, I'm guessing, unless you got a translator, I'm guessing you speak both. Obviously, I believe so. You know what I mean? You get, when you speak both, you see the both worlds. You're like, this sounds weird on both sides, you know? Words sound different, things to us every day. Hey, yo, what's up? You know how many people say, hey, yo, what's up? Hey, yo. I mean, it don't sound weird to us. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, how you doing? We just make words. We make words up in the English language. We just make them up. Make up words, you know? I notice a lot of people, I work with Spanish people and stuff, when they're speaking, they tell me, I'm like, how do you say this? And they're like, you don't really say that. You know, it's like, we don't say that kind of crap. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, you know? Like, how do you say that, you know? And then, or they'll tell me it in English, and I'm like, no, I want to know how it's said in Spanish. And they're like, yeah, it's Walmart. Like, no, dude, how do you say Walmart in Spanish? In Spanish. And he's like, Walmart. No. You know what I mean? It's weird. It just sounds weird. You know what I mean? I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying, man, it's reality. It's funny. It's funny how you hear different languages and you're like, that sounds weird. But to you, it sounds completely normal. Which words of Spanish you recognize? Man, the same old stuff. The same old stuff. The first Spanish word I ever learned was frio. And that was cold. And I worked in a lumber mill. And it was cold as hell one morning. And we was in there and I had a Spanish guy beside me. Spanish guy that I worked with named Robert. And all he kept telling me was, every time I'd look over at him, he'd tell me it was frio. That's all he would say. And I waited till the end of the day. And when I left the plant, I walked out to him and I said, man, I said, that means cold, don't it? Because it was cold as hell that day. And he just laughed and shook his head. Yep. We went home. That was the first Spanish word I ever learned, really. Other than, what's all the ones that everybody, you know, hola and gracias and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Things like that. I know, chicken. That's what I'm saying. That's what's funny about it. Because I don't know that. I don't know that stuff. You know what I mean? So I was trying to do that, you know. I was trying to find out how to say words that, you know, it's like, well, there's not a Spanish word for that. And at first couldn't understand. I was like, what do you mean? Why is there not, well, you know, Target? How do you say that? Target. That's how you say it. It's just, man, we don't know what sounds normal, especially if we don't hear it all the time. That's what makes it normal, is hearing it all the time, or makes you normalize stuff. First time stopping by, like your vibes, being honest means the world. Man, appreciate that. I gotta look at my bigger screen for that. Is that Dominique? M. Dominique? Man, I appreciate that, man. I like that good vibes. You know how people get in it. You know how it is on YouTube. People jump on and people come in and just try to crash and holler, you know. I don't even do that. Like when I'm looking at YouTube, I've never done that. I don't try to disrespect people's lives. You know what I mean? People are on there, you know. And I'm on here to communicate. I'm on here to talk to people. You know what I mean? I'm here. That's what lives are about, is real-time communication. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get on here, somebody's just like, it's like, what are you doing? I mean, sitting there watching, I'm like, this is boring, you know what I mean? Why go live if you're not going to talk to somebody? Why go live if you're not going to interact? You know what I mean? I thought that was 100% what lives were made for. Real-time interactions with your fans or people or anything you might be doing, business, whatever. I thought that was what it was all about. You know, in Paraguay, I might not be saying that right. There's 0 Walmarts. I'm not surprised about that, you know? I'm not surprised about that. I'm not surprised about that at all. Night Effects, what's up? Remember when I was a kid, I thought people that spoke different languages just had the ability to hear them in English in their own heads. That's funny. That is funny right there. That is hilarious. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. RM Outdoors, what's up? What's up? What is up, RM Outdoors? How you doing? How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing good tonight. Man. You are very same that Jack Black. Chico, you know how many times I've heard that? You know how many times I've heard that? I've heard that so many times. Especially since I've started going live on here. So many people come on here and tell me that. You're not the first person that's told me that I look like Jack Black and I act like I'm kind of... I think it's the way I act, kind of, you know what I mean, and everything. My beard and stuff. People seem to think I look... I don't see it. I tell people, I'm like, I don't see how I look like Jack Black. But, I mean, you know what I mean? I have a lot of people that tell me that. I do have a lot of people that tell me that. He's not big. It's his last name. I know, man. Good man. Appreciate that. You a good man, RM, man. You're good. RM Outdoors. You're good. What's the cost of the baitcaster rods? Man, they can be anywhere from $200 to $300 to $500 or $600. You know, it just depends on what all is getting done, what kind of deals we can find when we're building it. You know, I try to find deals all the time, closeouts, things like that. You know what I mean? What and whatnot. Closeout deals, discontinued. When you're building rods, discontinued products. I mean, you're not... discontinued products is like gold in the rod building stuff, because, I mean, you're not gonna... You don't repair. I mean, you're not gonna. You know what I mean? A reel seat, especially like the reel seats and stuff like that. I mean, if you replace a reel seat, you're gonna put a new reel seat on it. You're not gonna repair that one. You're not gonna need to find parts for that one. So if it's discontinued, you just can't get that another one like that. So if you was heart set on it, oh well, you know, you got to get a new reel seat. That's why I ain't worried about discontinued stuff. You know, in other fields you're worried about it, but not me. If I can get a deal on discontinued stuff, well, rods are one of a kind. I'm not gonna do it again anyway. You know what I mean? Do I make salmon rods? I'm Astretio on the Columbia River. Astrio. This old rock. What's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, I can make a salmon rod. I can make about any rod somebody would desire, pretty much. I can make a rod about any kind of fishing, fresh salt water. You know, I've made quite a few. I've built over 50 custom rods. You know, I sent a rod up to Canada to a fella that was going to target salmon with it. It was a real nice rain shadow rod, rain shadow blank that I completely built up. He has a nice bait company up there, and he targets a lot of salmon, and I built him a pretty nice salmon rig. You are a very good person. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Chico. But yeah, I can make a salmon rod. I can make any rod out there that anybody wants build. I don't know how long it would take me, because right now I'm backed up a little bit, you know. But anybody that's interested in a rod, we'll hook them up. Awesome. I'm in Corvallis, Oregon. Love the Columbia. My personal best is a 6-foot sturgeon. My dad caught a 10-foot white sturgeon once there, though. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. 8 foot on the dot. It was an 8-foot rod. What's your favorite bait caster reel? My favorite bait casting reel? I like a Boo Garcia's, but this right now, my favorite bait caster is this one right here. It's a Proficiency, man. That thing is sweet. It's a Proficiency. Yeah, that's about my favorite. That's got to be my favorite. That's got to be my most favorite reel right now. That thing is sweet, brother. It's smooth. Proficiency ain't been out a real long time. I've had it about a year, and I ain't had no problems out of this thing. I'm getting ready to break it down and do a service and cleaning on it. That's probably my favoriteest reel right there. But I like a Boo Garcia's, man. They're pretty losing the Boo Garcia's as far as budget wise. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, I can get into some stuff. You know, I really like Shimano, but I can't afford Shimanos. You know what I mean? That's some crazy. That is, man. That is sweet. That reel right there is nice. I like that reel. I can't afford them, so if I could get some, you know, Shimanos and stuff like that. And I got a couple of nice reels. got a couple of nice reels, but man, I mean, anymore, I'm like, if it'll last me a couple of years, I'm good with it. I have a channel with 427 subscribers. Man, that's awesome. I'll subscribe to you, brother. I'll subscribe to you, man. I'll check out your channel. You know what I mean? I just broke 300 on here, subscribers. I'm just getting going on this thing, so we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can shoot some awesome big S rod gear out to some people on here. I like Lou's, right? Or I like Lou said RM Outdoors. Man, yeah, I do too. I'm pretty good with Lou's too. I like them pretty good. They're pretty nice. I like them myself. I'm considering having you build me an ultra-light bait casting rod, maybe 6, 10, or 7 foot ultra-light. That's very doable. That's very doable. Nightfall effect. We can definitely do something like that. I love building ultralight rods. They're awesome. I'm looking to get a pin for surf and jetty. Yeah. There you go. Get you a pin, a shooter. Pins are nice rod reels. I like pins. I like them myself. That is awesome. Little pin jetty. Y'all, we drying this one out. We got a couple of rod builds going, everybody. I'm gonna go over a couple of these rods with y'all. Nice hat. Thank you, man. This is a awesome bait maker. Ties custom jigs. He's local right here. His name's Palmetto Castaway. He sent this hat over to me. Y'all, we just did this weekend. Last Sunday, we just drew down for this rod, and we shot this rod out to somebody. This thing is sweet right here. There's a lot going on with this. The old green goblin. All the green marble paint on here glows in the dark. It's got a nice chevron wrap on it. Chevron decorative wrap. It's got a nice marble job up here as well. All I got left to do to this one is put a tip on it, and I'm going to put a couple more coats on it, and then I'm going to be shipping this rod right here to South Dakota. It's a 7-foot medium spinning rod. It's got a moderate action on it as well. That thing's got a lot going on with it right there. I spent a good little bit of time on that rod. Pretty proud of it. Never used one, but I heard those good. Those grips are sick. Those are nice grips. That thing is clean, ain't it, y'all? You know, people idiots said Bad Bunny is better than Michael Jackson. They were crazy. Man, you know, I don't. I ain't. There's a bunch of stuff being said about all that crazy stuff, man. Do you watch college baseball? Yeah, I watch baseball. Yeah, I watch baseball, brother. I sure do. I've actually coached quite a bit of baseball. I coached quite a bit now. My son's in high school now, so I'm not on that level. But I've coached my son all the way up to middle school and stuff like that. He's played baseball for about 7 years. High school's a little different though. Y'all, this one's sweet right here too. I'm gonna show y'all a few of these rods we got going before we wrap this live up tonight. This one glows in the dark as well. This is a 7-foot light action. It's gonna be a bait runner rod. Split grip, spinning rod, 7 foot. It's turning out real nice. And this, for some reason, the light here, it looks yellow. This is actually a neon green. Is actually what it is. It's a sweet looking rod as well. When I say light action, yeah. Got some nice green and gray grips. The matching reel seat on it. That thing is sweet. That rod is looking real good. I love fishing too, man. Very clean. Appreciate that, Ryan. Appreciate that, man. Man. I love fishing too, though, brother. Yep. By the way, this old rock, what state are you from? I'm in South Carolina here, man. I'm right here in the heart of South Carolina. I'm going opening weekend for LSU this weekend. Is that your team, LSU, man? Heck yeah, that's awesome, brother. That is awesome, man. I'm an Oklahoma fan, brother. I was born and raised in Oklahoma, so I root for my Sooners, man. You know what I mean? They're in the SEC now. We'll probably be playing y'all. So if you're an LSU fan, we'll probably be playing y'all, brother. At some point, I'll come back on here looking for you when we do. Born and raised in LSU. I hear you, brother. So I'm talking about true Tiger fan. I hear you, brother. I hear you. That's awesome. Well, we're just gonna let this thing spin. I'm gonna let this thing spin overnight, y'all. Put it up on my dryer rack up there, let it spin while I sleep tonight. And before I go to work in the morning, I'll turn it off and let it finish drying up and be ready for another coat tomorrow. You know, in this year I have 2 in English. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, Rock, have a great night, too. Yeah, y'all, we're going to get ready to wrap this up. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to the page if you haven't. I appreciate y'all jumping on here. I appreciate y'all joining me. Like I said, I always subscribe back to everybody that subscribes to me. Check y'all out and keep up with y'all. That's awesome. Old Jay Johnson. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's about all the time I got, y'all. I got to get up in the morning. Got to go to work. Tomorrow's Friday Eve, Thursday, y'all. We almost to the weekend. Make sure y'all enjoy the day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody and nothing get in the way of having a great day. You know what I'm saying? I'm subbed. I know that, man. I appreciate you. I think I subbed you back. If I haven't subbed you back and you see on there, go to one of the highlights on this or one of my videos and comment on it. And I can sub you back that way. For some reason it don't show on my list some people's stuff. We'll see you tomorrow, Tony. Appreciate you joining in, man. Messi or Ronald? I'm not sure what you mean, Chico. I'm not sure what you mean there, brother. Yeah, but yeah, RM Outdoors. If I might have subbed to you, but sometimes I look for people and I remember them in there, and I'm like, where are they at? I can't find them. You know what I mean? I was like, dang, because I can't really sub. Let's see if I can do it like this. Yeah, see, like it don't let me sub like that. I appreciate that, good buddy. I just started a new job. There you go, man. There you go, man. You'll do all right, brother. You'll do good, man. Do your thing, you know what I'm saying? Good luck on the job, brother. You have a good night, too, Outdoors, RM Outdoors. Have a good night, brother. Have a good night, man. Yeah, man. Elevator fishing, man. Good luck on the new job, brother. You got this. You'll knock it out, brother. Y'all, make sure y'all have a great day. The weekend's right around the corner. I don't want to hit my rod right here, all right? Enjoy the rest of y'all's night and have an even better day tomorrow, all right? Appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. I'll try to jump on here tomorrow night. We'll see. If not, next time. Until then, make sure you have a great night. All right? BigSrod's getting ready to sign off.